Hi everyone, I'm Mr. Pointyhead.
And I'm SuperKaylo.
And we're here for another instalment of Sent You a Message, where this week we've baked your questions into this delicious answer cake.
Are you still carrying that around? It's been weeks. You found it on the floor. Okay, our first question this week is from the ominously named Scotty McDoom. And he wants to know if there's going to be another Batman game. Well, Mr. McDoom, the good news is that Eidos are currently working on Batman Arkham Asylum, which is based on the graphic novel of the same name. It promises to be a very dark and adult take on the Caped Crusader, and it's going to focus on Batman's detective skills as much as his skills punching people in the face. So it should be a good combination of combat and puzzles in that.
Yep, and you can look out for that on May the 1st. Okay, next we've got Jeff's Killer. Well, I feel very sorry for Jeff, who wants to know if there's going to be a Godfather 2. Well, I think it was actually released in the 70s and is widely regarded as superior to its predecessor in every single way, so...
Yeah, I think he's talking about the video game. The good news there is that there is definitely going to be a Godfather 2 based on the second movie. It's going to be set across 3 locales, Cuba, New York and Miami.
Yeah, and this time it's going to feature additional strategy elements for when you're managing the kind of crime empire, and it's also got an improved combat system. The Black Hand system is now Black Hand 2.0, and that allows you to grab enemies, kick them, knee them, headbutt them, you know, the usual ways you diplomatically negotiate a deal with criminals.
Yeah, the game was originally scheduled for February the 27th release, but that's just been moved back because the release schedule is quite crowded at the moment, so look for that sometime between April and June this year.
That Hitman84 wants to know if there's going to be a Street Fighter 4 demo on the marketplace. So we spoke to Capcom and they refused to comment, so let's leave that open to speculation. I think they will.
Well, I think they won't.
Well, there you go. We'll have to agree to disagree.
One of us is right, but which one? Okay, AlexOP92 is asking where we got our gamer tags from.
Mine, Mr. Pointyhead, that comes from an artist called Takashi Murakami. When I was in Tokyo, I saw a statue that was called Mr. Pointy and the Four Guards, and I kind of forgot the proper name, so I kind of elongated it to Mr. Pointyhead, and that's why it stuck.
Yep, and mine is a reference to the TV critic and TV scriptwriter Charlie Brooker, who does The Guardian TV criticism on Saturday. He also wrote Dead Set and Nathan Barley. He used to have a comic called SuperKaylo that I was very keen on back when I was at school. And Charlie Brooker's work on PC Zone was one of the reasons I decided I wanted to become a games journalist in the first place. So it's an homage to that. Right, Raw number 1 wants to know if there's any news on a new Doom release.
Oh, well, good news. id or ID, depending on what you prefer, confirmed that Doom 4 is in production. It started way back in May 2008, and it's going to use their new Tech 5 engine. Now, if you want to see what that looks like, they're releasing a game called Rage, which is going to be published by EA, and it's confirmed for 360 already, which is a very intriguing hybrid of shooter and racer set in a post-apocalyptic world.
Yeah, and there's a greater emphasis on storyline this time around. Graham Joyce, a prolific novelist who's known for his supernatural stories, he's been hired to develop the storyline potential, so that's something to look out for in the game as well.
And if you want to get an idea of how good the game's going to look, then you should look for the HD Rage trailer that's from QuakeCon 2007, in fact. So if you take a look at that and just imagine it looking even better, because according to John Carmack from id, he says it's going to look even better than Rage, so check it out. Next up is Loz the Chicken, who apparently is very, very old and spent a lot of time playing Outer in the 1980s. Now he, I assume it's a he even though Chicken's a female, wants to know, is it coming to Xbox Live Arcade? Do you know?
Well, very soon is all we can say with regard to when, but we can tell you a bit more about the game. It's called Outrun Online Arcade, and it's being developed by Sumo Digital, who are the team that also did the excellent conversion of Outrun 2 on the original Xbox. It's going to feature the 15 routes from Outrun 2 SP, 10 Ferrari models, and best of all, 6-player races over Xbox Live.
Well, as long as it's got magical sound shower and the only consequence of smashing my F40 into a wall and flipping it over 3 times is a little ticking off my girlfriend, I'll be very happy. Okay, next up is Nessie, who clearly wants their business kept private because they want to know, how do you hide your games and gamer score on the dashboard?
Well, this is really straightforward. All you need to do is go to your gamer card, go down to Edit Profile, and then down to Privacy Settings, right at the bottom. Then you just need to highlight your game history and select Blocked, and then no one can see your game history, so no one knows that you played King Kong.
Finally, a strange request from Vixen8U, who says, my best friend's husband is in love with me. What should I do?
Now, this isn't really our sphere of influence. We only really know about video games.
We can, however, offer you some advice based on what we've learned from video game relationships.
Have you tried rekindling your friend's husband's love for her? Try hiring a gang of men in sleeveless denim jackets to kidnap your friend and imprison her within a warehouse.
Her husband will become so enraged that he'll fight his way through up to 8 levels of identical attackers and will soon forget about you.
Cool, that's it for this week. Send your questions to the gamertag SentUAMessage and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.